This is 6 News.
Severe storms slice through mid-Michigan as damaging winds continue to wreak havoc tonight. It's our top story at 11. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Thompson. After severe storms tore through mid-Michigan today, trees are toppled, homes are damaged, and power lines are knocked down across the area. People across mid-Michigan are in the dark, and it's not over yet. The winds are still howling outside right now. We have team coverage tonight, starting in the Weather Center. Meteorologist Emily Wall spent the day tracking the storms. She joins us with the latest on the conditions right now. Emily?
Well, that's right. We have a lot of power outages across the area tonight due to this afternoon's storms and the high winds that were associated with them. But as we're making our way into tonight, we aren't clear of those high winds just yet as the cold front came through. Colder air is filtering in behind it, as well as very strong westerly winds. Here's a look at the wind gusts over the past couple of minutes or so, 33 miles per hour in Lansing.
Thanks, Emily. Well, Consumers Energy is reporting more than 190,000 of its customers in Michigan are without power tonight. Now here in mid-Michigan, Lansing and East Lansing are faring among the best tonight. There are less than 700 customers still without power in Lansing. Jackson has far more outages with more than 6,200 customers in the dark there. And in areas like DeWitt and Holt, thousands of people are waiting for the lights to come back on. The Eaton Rapids area was also hit hard with more than 2,500 customers affected there. Now DTE Energy reports about 2,500 of its customers are without power in the Williamston area right now, along with nearly 1,000 in Howell and about 280 in the areas surrounding White Oak Township. Our team coverage of the storms takes us to Holt now. One family there had a tree literally fall through their home today, but Savannah Ciavata explains why, despite the destruction, the family is counting their blessings tonight.
Dana Parker tells me that he was sitting in his living room watching the Lions game when this tree came crashing into his house.
Next thing I know, I heard a crack, and I think it was the window first. And then all of a sudden, I heard a boom, looked over, and there's a branch coming through the living room wall.
The tree used to sit at the front of his property before the storm knocked it over onto the north side of his house.
Never had anything like this happen, so I don't know where I'm at. I got to get it cleaned up, I'm sure. And
although there is significant damage, Dana realizes the situation could have been much worse.
Force of nature, I guess. And thankfully, God protected us, and nobody was hurt.
And Dana tells me he's not sure how or when the tree will be removed or how much it will cost him in damage. In Holt, Savannah Ciavata, 6 News.
In Lansing, the high winds uprooted and knocked down trees right in front of the state capitol, leaving one tree laying across the road. Now, leading up to the Capitol building, caution tape and cones blocked off parts of the sidewalk where branches and tree limbs scattered following the storm. Now, this was not the state Christmas tree. We do want to point that out. Now, Ottawa Road remained open despite the fact that the tree fell into the 2 left lanes. Also downtown, heavy rainfall caused water to flood some roads and sidewalks. Some areas around the Capitol building had more than a foot of standing water in the streets. And as power lines sparked across the area tonight, a telephone pole in Lansing caught fire this evening. The 200 block of Virginia Street lost power when the lines came down there. 8 homes were evacuated as a precaution, but none were damaged. Well, as the Storm Tracker 6 meteorologists and the 6 News team covered the storms, your pictures and videos came into our Facebook and Twitter accounts. We turn now to our social media reporter, Amy Akers. She has a look at what some of our viewers saw today.
Social media was a huge part of our team tracking the storm. Viewer pictures poured onto our Facebook page showing where the storm was and what damage was popping up. Take a look at this one. We had several reports of trees down in the middle of the road tonight. Cole Whitford sent this one in from Hanover Road in Hanover, this one completely blocking the street. Those winds were unbelievably strong, causing this tree in DeWitt Township to snap. This picture sent to us by Bill Early. Those yellow leaves are pretty, but surely going to leave a lot of damage, it seems. And finally, a bit more of a happier sight for some, and what a beautiful sunset as the storm starts to leave Brookland. This one sent in by Lori Lee, a welcome vision for many, I'm sure. For those of you who sent in pictures, we want to say thank you, and if you still have some, head to our Facebook page, WLNS.com/Facebook, and share them with us. We've got a slideshow on our website, WLNS.com. Lauren.
But before the storms hit here, the same line caused massive damage in central Illinois. Tonight, rescue crews and the National Guard are searching for survivors after tornadoes ripped through neighborhoods. At least 3 people were killed after tornadoes reduced homes to splinters. 3 confirmed tornadoes touched down across a stretch of almost 200 miles in Illinois. Well, we continue to follow the weather conditions and the aftermath of the storm. Right now, there are no school closings or delays reported for tomorrow morning. But tune in to 6 News this morning starting at 4:30 for the very latest. And as always, head to WLNS.com for more. We have additional storm pictures and videos posted there.
We had a very active day here in the Weather Center today, tracking those storms this afternoon and the wind gusts that came along with those as well. And we actually have a time-lapse video from our tower cam today. And as those storms came through, we had quite a bit of wind and heavy rain at times, and we will see here the visibility was actually dropped at some point because of this heavy rain. But we also want to point out that we do thank you guys very much for sending in all of the social media posts. This really helps us do our job. This is from Sarah in well, actually, this is a tree sent in that was down on Coolidge Road between Lake Lansing and Coleman. We had so many posts just like this one throughout the day. So once again, thank you very much for that. It helps us do our job to the best of our ability.